It's now time for the Reworld Sports full game recap. We go all the way back to October 17th, the year 2024, when the Nashville Predators were welcoming the Edmonton Oilers for the first of three meetings this season. Head coach Andrew Burnett deploys his lines and defensive combinations in the following way: Forsberg, O'Reilly, and Nyquist, Stamkos, Novak, Evangelista, Jankowski, Sissons, and Marchessault, Smith, McCarron, and Tomasino. Your defensive pairings are Yossi and Fabra, Luzon and Carrier, Shea and Schenn. UC Saros gets the start in net. 127 into the first period, Susie Saros coming with save on Victor Arvidsson's jam attempt. RV hustle back at Bridgestone Reigns, first shot on goal of the game for either team at 3:18 of the first period. It's Brady Shea off the box, 2 minutes for hooking, putting the Nashville Predators shorthanded on the first special teams scenario of the game. UC Saros will come up with a save on Hyman at close range. There'd be 3 total shots on goal. Overall, a decent penalty kill. Give Carrier some extra stick taps for the glove clear towards the end of the PK. At the 5:22 mark of the first period, Saros coming with a save on Nurse's long shot on the continuation of the power play. 7:21 of the first period, Saros coming with a save on Ryan at the 8:13 mark of the first period. Victor Arvidsson's off to the box, 2 minutes for high sticking, putting the Nashville Predators on the power play for the first time in this game. Pickard comes up with a save on Novak's one-timer. It is the first shot on goal of the game for the Nashville Predators. Took about 10 minutes before the Preds could finally get through and get the first shot on goal. Too much passing and a need to be more selfish by several of the Nashville Predators on both the first and the second power play unit, because again, the Nashville Predators only able to generate one shot on goal. At the 11:46 mark of the first period, though, Philip Forsberg is going to break through for the Nashville Predators with his second goal of the season, a slick redirect in the slot of Yossi's long shot from straight away out high. This gives the Nashville Predators a 1-0 lead over the Edmonton Oilers. UC Saros would come up with a huge save on McDavid's backhand. The D would be in strong support shortly after that goal. 17-17 of the first period. Now McCarron versus Nurse off the box, 5 minutes each. Nothing really settled between the two. McCarron seemed to be particularly bothered by the etiquette of fighting and the rules of the game not being followed. 17:39, though, just 22 seconds after the fight, seems the Oilers are the team that gets fired up as Kulak gets his first of the season. It was a heavy shot with traffic, but that traffic was set by the Nashville Predators as they set a golden wall in front of UC Saros, disallowing their goaltender from seeing the puck, and the Edmonton Oilers tie this game up at 1 apiece. At 18:20 the first period, Saros coming with a save on Skinner. That would take us to the end of the first period after 20 minutes, tied at 1 apiece. The Edmonton Oilers outshooting the Nashville Predators 15-7. We are at 2:14 of the second period, and UC Saros coming with a save and a poke check right here to open up the action of the second, the 5:03 mark of the second period. It's UC Saros coming with a save on Emberson's long shot. At the 6:57 mark of the second period, it's Luzon off the box. 2 minutes for holding on McDavid. Looked like he had D'd up McDavid perfectly, took him into the wall, into the corner, but did get the arm up just a little bit, earning the power play for the Edmonton Oilers. But then Smith would be off to the box, 2 minutes for hooking. It was a tremendous penalty kill shift, and just ever so slightly ends up getting called for the hooking. This does put the Edmonton Oilers on the 5-on-3 for 16 seconds, and with the lineup they have, ever so dangerous. Saros does come with a save on Draisaitl. Overall, the Preds go from the 5-on-3 to the 5-on-4, and they kill that off as well. And then it's considered a pretty strong PK. Let's face it, you don't give up a power play goal to that lineup with a 5-on-3. You have done something well, regardless of how short it was. 10:50 mark, we're past the halfway point of this game now, and it's Skinner picking up his second goal of the season, putting the Oilers ahead for the first time in this game. Now a 2-1 lead in favor of Edmonton as the puck slides in after Saros makes first a big save and then in a big scramble. Bodies seem to be piling up everywhere. Nobody seemed to get too worked up about the proposition of goaltender interference. No challenge was made by the Nashville Predators coaching staff, although I think I would have challenged this one right here. The knee to the head of UC Saros before the puck is over the goal line does seem to be preventative of the goaltender being able to be free to make a potential save there. Nonetheless, Edmonton leads 2-1 at this point, the 14:20 mark of the second period. It's Podkolzin off the box, 4 minutes for high sticking double major right here. here. Pickard dialing in, coming with a big save on O'Reilly at close range. Then another save on Stamkos. You know it was a one-timer. Then Pickard comes with a save on Marchessault. Probably the Predators' best scoring opportunity of the power play until Marchessault cashes in on that power play with his first goal as a Nashville Predator. Seemed like the 4 minutes were going to kind of come and go without anything happening. And then UC Saros springs the rush all the way up to the far blue line, and the captain Roman Josi carries it in, sends the sauce pass towards the net, and Marchessault with the aerial redirect and a sweet first goal as a Nashville Predator ties this game up at 2 apiece. But the Edmonton Oilers respond pretty quickly here at 18:29 of the second period. It's McDavid with his first goal of the season. That's right, another player scoring their first goal against the Nashville Predators. Just seems to always happen that way. Rebound put back with ease. So much skill involved. The patience, the timing, the placement of the shot, the everything. McDavid puts the Oilers up 3-2 here at the end of the second period. Shots on goal after 2. Edmonton 27, Nashville 14. 3:09 mark of the third period now. Pickard comes with a save on Jankowski from the slot. 2:59 of the third. Luzon off the box. 2 minutes for holding. UC Saros comes with a save on Hyman. Strong D clear out right here. A little bit of a scrum here. 30th shot against the Nashville Predators. Predators have done a good job of limiting teams in opposition to shots on goal. This game, not so much. 6:20 of the third period. Pickard comes with a save on the captain Roman Josi off of the rush. At 8:28 of the third, Pickard comes with a save on Jonathan March. So the 10:17 Pickard, another save, this time on Nyquist. 10:29, UC Saros has to clock back in, coming with a save on Bouchard at close range. Good scoring opportunity for the Oilers after the Oilers did not have a whole lot going on here in this third period. 13:15 of the third, Pickard comes up with a save on McCarron. Strong drive to the net, follow-up, creating a bit of a scrum afterwards. 14:57, Pickard comes up with a save on Brady Shade. 16:09 of the third, Saros comes up with a save on Hyman. 19:25 with the extra attacker on. Kulak gets the empty net goal. It's his second of this game, and the captain Roman Josi had prevented the empty net goal from being scored 2, 3, maybe 4 times, and was absolutely putting on a clinic of desperation out there to prevent that from happening. But the Predators just could not help themselves, turning the puck over, and one too many times as Kulak cashes in for the empty netter. 4-2 is your final score. The Nashville Predators still do not have a point on the season and do not have a win, obviously, on the season. The Edmonton Oilers outshoot the Nashville Predators 36-27. Again, the Preds were tied 2 apiece in this one before Connor McDavid imposed his will, as he has done throughout the entirety of his career against this Nashville Predators team. He is always a killer. He wasn't even the player of the game, and it was only his first goal of the season, but it still ends up being the game winner against the Nashville Predators. So the Preds fall to 0-4 on the season. Quick regroup. Detroit for a matinee on Saturday. We're going to talk about that a whole lot more later on. We've got to get to the box score. We've got to talk about some analysis. We've got to do so much more. This was the Rebirth Sports Full Game Recap on the Renegades of Puck Podcast.